Hello, hello, hello again, and welcome to another exciting celebration listening party extravaganza after our latest 7 days of VGM challenge. For those of you who are watching the replay later, hi, my name is Dan. I'm the creator of VGMacademy.com, a website for composers who want to write music for video games, which is something that I love. And I love helping this amazing community of wonderful people. I see some folks chiming in on Twitch there. Hello, hello, hello. I see some folks on YouTube. Hello, hi, Mike. Hi, Monsters. Hi, I think that is Corey C. If I recognize the avatar from Twitch there. Aaron, Noob Nooms, hello, hello. I see Ryan. I see all sorts of people. Hello, Steven. Hello, Trace. I see a few VGM Academy members, which is awesome. Hello, Raphael. So excited to have people joining us today. Don't forget to say hello in the chat. We're streaming live on Twitch, on Facebook in the group, and on YouTube. So you have lots of options. And I'm glad to see. Oh, I see someone joining us from Facebook. Hello, Crystal. So it's awesome. Where is everyone chiming in from today? Where? Just type into the chat if you are comfortable doing so. Where you are hailing from around the globe. This wonderful community is also a global community, which is super awesome. And I'm really excited to. I see Los Angeles. And Orazio. I hope I'm saying that right. I had a great birthday. I walked in from work yesterday to my boys bum rushing me in their brand new Super Mario T-shirts, and the house was decorated in Super Mario. I had my first themed birthday party since I was probably like 7, and so it was a Super Mario party, literally, and so we had a good time and played some Mario Kart at the end of the night, and it was fantastic. Me and my 5-year-old who dubbed himself the hero of Mario Kart, which, I'll give it to him. Sure, why not? So I see Tampa, I see Florida, I see Italy. Oh, Italy, awesome. Brazil, awesome. Couch, good place. From Paris, oh, I love Paris. That's where we went on our honeymoon. Canada, Florida, France, a lot of France here tonight. That's awesome. Spain, the North Pole. Interesting. UK, awesome. Finland, Canada. Thank you, Mr. Upgrade. It was my birthday yesterday. That's why I'm getting a couple of happy birthdays. I appreciate that. Thank you, Raphael. This is awesome. And Mike says that that his wife did a Star Wars theme for his 40th. Awesome. Yeah. Cool. We have some people who, I don't know who this Facebook user is, but they didn't participate this month, but looking forward to hearing some great music, which is always welcome. Catherine from Boston. What's up, Catherine? Another VGM Academy member who totally shreds on electric guitar. Australia. It's always tough to line up those time zones with Australia, so I'm glad to see someone from Australia making it tonight. This evening, this afternoon, whatever. Sweden, a lovely country. Oh man, so many great places. All right, well, that's enough about me chit-chatting away. So let's dive into some music. So this theme this month was JRPG, which I think for a lot of people, not everyone, but for a lot of people, is sort of like the pinnacle of what they want to be writing music for. It's kind of the entry point in terms of people like falling in love with game music, and a lot of people, especially people around my age, a little older and a little younger, grew up playing classic JRPGs on Super Nintendo, on PlayStation 1, and that sort of stuff. And I see some from Norway, but living in London. It's amazing. That's, I think, it's something that gets stuck in people's ear, and they fall in love, and it's just the dream. Unfortunately, if you're not Japanese, it's hard to write for a JRPG, but there are other options. There are other RPGs out there, and there are more and more options, especially as like the retro thing continues to be popular, and just the indie development market just continues to kaboom and explode in a good way, booming in a good way. So let's go ahead and dig right in to our day 1. So I think I need to make sure I'm got the Chrome. I almost did it in Safari, but that doesn't work. So, all right. So for our day 1, we got a lot of music, and this is always hard to pare things down. My wife and I always have a really hard time We went through all the music the past couple of nights, and it's really hard to narrow down the music to just a few. But we do it because we love you. We do our best. That's not what I wanted to do. I just blasted the music in my ears alone. All right, so let me pause. There we go. And I'm going to fire up the screen share. So our first track from this evening is Scott Szymanski. And let me go ahead and turn the screen share on and just give me a, hey, Yuki, long time no see. Got Steve in there. Cool, awesome. Got Merlin's Guide to the Seagull. Merlin, getting your emails. Excellent. Let's see here. We're going to do sharing the audio and make sure that works. Bada bada boom. Okay, cool. So there it is. That'll work. Excellent. So we've got Scott Szymanski here, who has said, sorry, a bit late. Couldn't resist joining the JRPG theme like so many others. So let's go ahead and just dive right in and listen to the music. Here we go. This is number one. The first day was prologue. That was the prompt for the day, the prologue of a JRPG. Here we go. Give me a thumbs up in the chat or a 1 if you hear the music. Yep. Great way to start things off. Lots of love for Scott's music here. Beautiful. Love Scott's music, says random Facebook user whose name can't be appearing because of Facebook's integration. But that's cool. Sounds Helvetic. I don't know what that means, but maybe I can learn something today. This sounds pretty good. Let's see. I heard someone say something about the melody. Yes, what a wonderful melody in the flute. I absolutely agree, and I am a sucker for a good melody, as any VGM Academy member will tell you. I'm a bit of a stickler about the melody business. Very enjoyable and interesting progression, totally. Yeah, so awesome. Great track. So lovely. Yeah, so... Oh, I like that. Would love to play that melody on my ocarina. Is it ocarina or ocarina? I've always said it ocarina when I was like playing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, but I don't know if that's correct. And I don't know if I'll be able to change it if it's wrong. So it's got a lot of spice. Yes, and I like dig the Metroid avatar there. Love the harp with the panpipe, crystal. Yep, totally. Ocarina. Okay, so cool. I got it. Ocarina. Excellent. Thank goodness, because... Oh, and then Vlad says both pronunciations are good. Fantastic. That's good news, because that would have been like breaking a bone and resetting it at this point in my life. And I'm just not willing to do that. All right, so at least not today. All right, so we're going to fire up our next one here. This next one is from Martin Krause. I'm just going to pull it right from Martin's SoundCloud here. We're still in day one prompt, which is for Overworld music. Or no, excuse me, for prologue music. So let's give it a whirl. Woo, boy. Yep. That was pretty epic. You can actually tweet out that you were live at the listening party. Just a heads up. Thank you, Key. I'll do that. Yeah, the brass. That was the Corey said the same thing that I said. When I heard that, I was like, that is such fat brass. I can't not play that one. The brass followed by the choir was just awesome. Oh, that escalated quickly. It sure did. That was a big adventure waiting to happen. What a wonderful build-up. Whoa, Lucky Punch went all out on this one. Totally. It was a great, great piece. I really enjoyed it. It reminds you of the Superman score. Totally. It's definitely that epic. That's for darn sure. And let me do this too. What I'm going to do is, as I go, and I just was reminded by my lovely wife, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the links in the chats. And that way, let's just give these folks a little bit of a boost. What we can do is I want to drop the chat. And if you like someone's music, or you just want to support someone because you're a nice person, go over to the link quick and give it a like, give it a retweet, give it a thumbs up, give it a share. Here is Scott's track. I just popped that into the track. That was the first track we heard today. And then here is Martin's track over on SoundCloud. As we know, the more engagement a track gets, and it looks like they're not going to pop up. My comments are not going to pop up on Facebook, which is a bummer. Yeah, it looks like the Facebook group thing's not going to work right now. But I'm going to go ahead and post here's Martin's track as well. As you know, whenever you have any platform that has any sort of social component to it or search component to it, there's an algorithm. And the more engagement you get, the better off you are. So totally should help these folks out with some engagement. Go over there, drop a comment, drop a like, drop a heart, drop a share, drop a retweet. All those things, as we all know, are super helpful. Not necessary, but this is such a supportive community. I'd be surprised if you didn't help. Just kidding. It's like I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. It's like that sort of thing. I'm just kidding. Or am I? This next one is by, and hopefully I can pronounce this correctly. It's going to be tough. Clement Le Guillou. I don't know. It's got a double L in there. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But Clement, his day one is called Called by the Sea. Let's give it a listen. Yeah, that was pretty great. Not gonna lie, that was pretty great. Super, super awesome. I mean, so much. I liked so much about that. That was a very fun, very fun track. The chip tune, the combination of like the super piratey jig sounding thing, and then the seamless transition from that to these other sort of completely different feels in that second section, and then that fourth section. At the end there, I really, 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 really enjoyed it. So very cool, very cool, very excited about it. All right, what do we got next here? Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at what we got next. Our next track. Did I drop? I did drop Clement's track in the chat already. Our next track is short and sweet, but I thought was just had a lot of character for a quick piano piece. So let me fire that up here. This is from Jared Ledoux, and it says Day One Prologue. Let's give it a listen. I like it. I like it a lot. It just really, I mean, that was what, 43 seconds? So much character in 43 seconds. Such a great piano arrangement because you could do so little with piano in 43 seconds. You could make it so simple with just block chords and a melody. But that was just so much to have done effectively in 43 seconds. I loved it. Really nice work. The link for that one is going out now. Jared's Day One. Bada boom. Excellent. And as I said earlier, if you are watching this, remember that it is on 3 different platforms right now. You can watch on Twitch, on YouTube, or on Facebook in the Facebook group, not the page, the group. And it's available in all 3 of those locations. I can see your Facebook posts, your Facebook comments, but I can't comment back to you, even though I'm there for you. I hear your voice. All right? So feel free to platform jump if you prefer one over the other. This last one, I'm trying to remember what Trace said about this one, but this is Trace, a Academy member, Trace, and I believe she said she was either not going to, and Trace, you can correct me, you're either going to not participate or you were going to go in one direction and like this just kind of just completely went in a different direction, and this is what came out, and it was sort of just a happy happening that this happened versus I think like what was like sort of like the on the nose version of the prompt. We're still in Day One as a prologue, and Trace, feel free to tell us a little bit more in the chat. She's hanging out over there on Twitch with us, and hope you're feeling better, Trace. You sat down and write something for something else, and then we just co-opted your brain and took over and distracted you. So hopefully you didn't get in trouble for that. Yay, Trace is good. All right, fantastic. Had a little COVID scare, but Trace says no COVID. Always a good thing. Hopefully everyone's doing well and staying safe and healthy. Fantastic. All right. Let's give it a whirl. Here we go. Wait a minute. That's not hers. 1 second. Where's your Day One? There it is. Ah. There we go. Sneaky SoundCloud player. I hate this bar at the bottom. It always tricks me. All right, here we go. For real this time. All right. Beautiful progression. I totally agree. Lots of love on that one. I saw a comment about the strings there as well. Um, let's see. Totally. Yep. Where was that comment? It's in there somewhere. So up there it is. Beautiful strings. Alexandra. Hey, I've got one of your tracks coming up later too. Fantastic. So let's see. Yeah, this is awesome. Beautiful piece. I thought it was also a little bit different than like the traditional, like a little bit more folksy approach to the JRPG. It had a hint of that, but it was also like a little bit more, I think, a little bit edgier because of like the heavier percussion. I really enjoyed. All right, let's move along to day number 2. Day number 2. The prompt was, what was the prompt again? It was prologue, and oh yeah, the town. Oh, one of my favorites. Town themes are always some of my favorites. So most JRPGs, you start out and there's usually like a beginner town. It's where your character usually wakes up and starts their day, and they do very nonchalant town-like errands to teach the player how to use the controls and the mechanics of the game, introduce a couple of probably childhood friends, like that sort of thing. And it's always very cutesy and very peaceful until something happens, something dramatic happens. Someone attacks the village, or someone leaves the village and goes exploring and finds something they shouldn't, or someone visits a village and everything goes, all of a sudden goes sideways, and that spurs the character leaving the town for the first time to embark on their quest and save the world or whatever. And so we really wanted to capture this peaceful beginning town thing, and so many people did it. So let's listen to Steven, who was really hoping to get in there for day 1, but I just really couldn't pass up your day 2, Steven. I'm sorry. It was just too pleasant. So that's your fault for writing such a great day 2. So this is Steven's day 2, and it's called Topside Town, which is an adorable name as well. Here we go. Remember when you like ever knows that time when you're talking, you're like feel like you're saying really great stuff, and then you realize that the mic's muted. And we're back. So really great music. You can see why I couldn't pass up Steven's day 2. It was just so great. And the got some love here. The tambourine rhythm is great. Thanks for the reminders that I'm muted in the chat, folks. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You're always looking out for me. Wife's texting me. People in the chat are chatting me. I got so many people watching my back. It's great. Such a playful music, melodic dialogue. Dang. That use of leitmotif. Yeah, I would love to hear where the next 2 or 3 minutes of this goes, or the next like 1 or 2 to 3 minutes of this goes. It's really just a lovely piece of music that I just couldn't. I'm a sucker for town themes, and this one was a great one. So well done, Stephen. Let me put the link in there. I put Trace's link in the chat of a couple of minutes ago, about a minute ago, and here is Stephen's. Remember to show your fellow composers some love. Another Academy member here, Stephen. There is his track. Now, on this note of like getting picked, that sort of thing, a couple of things I want to just say. One is that it's really hard to pick because you all make it really hard because like people keep doing the challenge over and over again. They get better and better. The music gets better and better, which makes it harder to choose and not have a stream that just goes for like 4 hours, which I just can't do with small children, unfortunately. But I don't want anyone to think that I'm like just picking the good ones, and if you didn't get picked, yours isn't good enough or anything like that. I'm picking a lot of the ones I think that are the best, sure, but I'm also leaving a lot of them on the table that I just don't have. Like it just only have so much time. So if you didn't get picked, please don't take it personally. This is also like a kind of a personal taste thing. A lot of this playing into it as well. So please. Mike says release an extended edition. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out. We'll have to do like a marathon version sometime. That is just. I'm actually playing with other ideas of how to like what we can do to make these challenges and these listening parties a little extra special someday. My wife and I are talking about some ideas. So, all right, that was enough from me. Let's hear some more great music from you all. So this next one is from. Let me see. The handle is Kiri the Blue, and this is day 2, a small town theme. Kiri the Blue is the handle on SoundCloud anyways. I'll drop that in the chat right after I push play here, but let's give it a listen. Nice. Beautiful. Kiri the Blue, everyone. Please, as I said, like, love, share, all those things. Comment to let people know you are appreciated. You know how lonely being an artist can be when you just put things out in the void and you don't know if anyone's listening. So I'm sure that any of these people who saw the 42 plus people watching right now across all these platforms just suddenly comment and like, I'm sure that would be a huge boost to confidence and feelings of appreciation and things like that. So don't forget to tip your bartender. By tip your bartender, I mean appreciate people's music. All right, very pretty. Yep, totally. Great vibe, says Crystal. Absolutely. Nice loop, too. Yeah, I mean, it could have just gone on forever. Let's see. Here we go. Great. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and go to the next one because I keep getting tempted to talk, but I really want to hear more music. So this next one, I hope I'm going to say this one right. This is a tweet, and the tweet is from I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Vil Laxonen, or Ville, but the handle is Kuwabara Voltage. So I'm going to just put it on the screen so people can see what I'm talking about. So maybe someone else can pronounce it better than I can and be like, nope, actually, you're totally wrong. It's actually this. But here we go. Oh, look, Michigan lawmakers. That's fantastic. nobody cares. It's time for rate music. So here we go. Here is, and you can go ahead and follow, like, otherwise comment on Cool Bar Voltage, aka Vil Lakeson. I'm going to put the link to this tweet directly into the chat in just a moment, but let me pause it so we can hear from the beginning, unmute it so it actually makes sound, and let's listen together. Here we go. Holy jeez, that is awesome. I loved, and they said this in their tweet, I previously made a generic setting town theme, so I wanted to try something more specific. So I went with a thief town in the desert type of feel. This became way more groovy than I had intended. Maybe there's also a rave going on or something. I think a glow-stick laden thief town in the desert is completely awesome. I loved the alternative take on the theme. So let me go ahead and drop that before I forget. There's the link to the tweet. Please go and show some love for that one. So groovy. I mean, you could probably see I was on the side of the screen there for a little bit. I just couldn't help but dance. It's just so much fun. Ah, boy. Onwards in our journey. So our next turn takes us into day 3. The prompt for day 3 was Overworld. So in this JRPG hypothetical adventure, I hope everyone loved my really detailed and probably over-the-top prompts to try to throw a story in there in the emails every day. But this was finally you've embarked from your town. You're going out into the world for the first time. Oh, what a brave, beautiful, big world it is. This is the Overworld. Overworld themes are kind of tough, I think, in my opinion, because you kind of have to score an entire planet in a lot of ways. You can't just like there are obviously you could do multiple tracks for multiple areas in a world, but for those older JRPGs where you just had the overworld theme, you kind of had to score the feel of the entire game or the feel of the entire world in one track, and that made for some longer tracks sometimes, which is cool. But I thought that's just a really unique challenge, and I really enjoyed it. I'm seeing some. Okay. All right, cool. I just want to make sure. Anyone know the YouTube, like, it looks like we're getting some dropped feed here. So let me go ahead and I'll do this. The best place to watch. The best place to watch is probably going to be the most stable place to watch. Is going to probably be over on Twitch. So I'm going to drop the link to Twitch right now. For those of you who need it, it is just twitch.tv/VilLakeson. VGM Academy. That's all it is. Twitch.tv/VGM Academy. And I'll put it at the bottom of the screen right here for you. Bada boom. If you're having trouble on Facebook or YouTube, I just noticed a couple people in the comments might be having trouble with the stream. This will probably be the most stable place to watch the stream. Facebook, it can be wonky sometimes. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's a little really, they're all a little wonky sometimes. But I know that that Facebook, the group integration is a little strange. So Mike asked, can we download the chat separately in Twitch? I want to get these links. I will email out a list of all the links after the stream. So I'll put them in an email that goes out to everyone, and that way anyone subscribed to the VGM Academy newsletter, which is thousands of people, will get these links and be able to appreciate these cool tracks. So there you go. That'll solve that problem. All right, so let's keep it on trucking to day 3. There it is. So we'll start with... Oh no, I just deleted the link. There we go. That was close. All right, we're going to start with Alexandra. Alexandra, I don't know if Seeking? I don't know, hopefully I'm saying that right. But Alexandra's day 3 for the Overworld prompt. Where's my window? There it is. There's the link. Let's give it a listen. So good. I love it. What a great way to start our Overworld Theme Day thing. What a great prompt. And Alexandra, thank you so much for sharing that awesome track with us. I think that the combination of instruments for me was really interesting. I really enjoyed that. But it also just kind of like had some space to it. And it also felt really full at the same time. I don't know if that's it's sort of a weird contradiction to say, but it like felt like it had enough oomph to it, but it also felt like it gave a little bit of breathing room to listen and enjoy. The melody was really cool. I really loved the guitar and the I think it was an oboe. The bass sounds are good. Everything was good. It's really great. I would be very happy wandering around a world to that for a while. Hey, they're still there. Good. Awesome. And let me drop, I don't know if I dropped, I think I dropped the thing in the chat already, right? Did I drop the link? Yes, I did. Good, cool. Just making sure. It's good to make sure. Excellent. So I'm also seeing some people are having trouble logging into their YouTube account, which is fine. I'm sorry if that's frustrating. The Twitch account. It's also on YouTube. So if you go over to YouTube and just search for VGM Academy, the channel will come up. That's the easiest way to do it. I also sent a link out today at like 11 a.m. So about 6 hours ago, for anyone who needs it. So feel free to check that link in the email if you need to hop over to YouTube instead. Beautiful Alexandra, also really enjoyed your day too. Yeah, a lot of you folks are jerks and made it really hard to pick just one of your days. So that's just really inconsiderate of you to write such amazing music that it makes it really difficult for us to choose. We like literally, it was like it was a lot of like that kind of sounds while we were trying to like pare things back to fit into a stream. So nice job. All right, let's move it along here. We're moving it along to I just messed up the order of my list. What am I doing? Okay. Aaron Young, aka Noob Nooms. Another excellent overworld theme, and I really like the title, Somewhere Under the Rain World. Really evocative imagery, if I'm saying that right, that vocabulary word right. Let's give it a listen. Unmuted. There we go. I think that one does a really great job of not only being just an amazing standalone piece of music and hitting this overworld theme, but it is unexpected in terms of, like, I don't know, what am I trying to say? It is such a colorful piece of music, and it paints such a beautiful picture. I think that it's just one of those pieces of music that really just kind of sucks you into the environment, and for me, it just like is firing off images for me. So to have it be there to possibly enhance a visual environment would just be absolutely nuts. So I think that is just an amazing piece of music. Really, really enjoyed it, and lots of kind things in the chat as well. Nice way to hint at coming adventures are the part of breaking through that subdued field. Reminds me a bit of Hollow Knight's City of Tears. Really love the build in the mysterious beginning. I love the build up, and then like how it was just kind of sort of settled back down. It wasn't like a drop for me. It felt more like a settling, which is really cool. So really nice job. Don't forget again to click over to these links, and likes and shares and things like that are always super helpful to people. So thank you, Aaron, for that. Let's move right along to the next piece here, which is from Jairus C, or Jairus Kamba on Twitter. Let me grab that link here because it's a tweet, and those are always a little different. Okay, so this is again another day 3 Overworld. We just had so many tracks on Overworld Day that we just really liked. And I like the comment on the tweet too. This is my day 3 for exploration. It has an introduction and an A section, but damn, did it turn out real nice in my opinion. I'm really happy with how full the brass came out here. A pinch of wanderlust. I love when people love their own music. You know, obviously it's not like super helpful to just listen to your own music on and just jam on your own music continuously. But when you get to the end of it and you're happy with it, I think one, that means that you've followed like your knowledge and you used your knowledge to craft and not just bank on inspiration. But I think that also just like you just need a level of that where it's like you can kind of disconnect emotionally from something to appreciate it or not, and kind of see it for what it is, and then work on it until it's something that can be good. So I love seeing people loving their own music. Let's give it a listen. I hope you brought your horse for that world, because that world is moving. Love it. Short, but has a lot of room for lots of different things. Awesome, like really exciting. It's like the kid first getting out on their own, and just like the whole world is their oyster. Like that's what like the feels I'm getting from this. Awesome, out of control strings, mad brass. This sounds like a fun game. Those runs, yes. Oh my god, the violins, yes. Everyone loves the strings. It's great. So again, I just put in the link in the chat. Go ahead and please head on over to Twitter, give a like, give or a heart to whatever they call them these days. I think it's just a like now. Give it a like, give it a retweet, give it a comment. Show your appreciation if you enjoyed that piece of music, because I know I did. Alrighty, and then let's head on over to our last entry for day 3. And we are not even halfway through. We have less tracks for the rest of the days, I promise. We pared it back better after day 3, but days 1 and 3 kind of crushed us. So we kind of had to just indulge ourselves there. So, sorry, I'm not that sorry. Let's see if I can find this here. Actually, this link was incorrect. Oh, no. Let's see if I can find it quick. Let's see, I can do quick searchy McSearcherson. All right, there's one link I can't find. I will include it. Oh, wait. I think I found it. Just want to make sure. Day 3. There it is. All right, I think we got it. I got it. We're good. We made it. We solved it with search. Thank goodness. All right, here's our last Overworld for day 3 from Yuki Kazami on Twitter. Let me bring it back to the beginning and re-add it back to the stream. Here we go. Sorry about that, folks. Nice. Awesome. Really nice job with that, Yuki. Sorry, it took me a minute to get the link going there. I must have copied the wrong link and it just sent me to somewhere completely different. It was the double underscore underneath the in the username. So be careful of that when you head on over to Twitter and show your love for Yuki's track, which is really, really awesome. I really enjoyed that. I like that it's just like kind of like you sort of sit back in it and you just kind of go. It's not like a hit you over the head adventure theme. It's a much calmer exploration of the world, which I think both work. Like they could both work. And I think that you need sort of a good mix, especially if you've got a longer overworld theme of having the really, really high energy stuff, but then like also the really calmer approach that also has that really strong sense of movement with those really strong ostinati. So really nice job, Yuki. Enjoyed that a lot. And please go over and show some love. Let's see, there's a Canada's link dropping. If we put a piece we started on 7 days on the Facebook after working on it, I would say, good question. So we're a zero self-promotion group on Facebook. So Justino, I would say that if you did a day like later, a lot of people start the challenge late and then they just finish the days whenever they finish them, or like they start on day 5, but they start themselves on day 1. Just go back to the original post and pop it into the original post in the comments. And what it'll do is it'll usually continue to bump that post up as it continues to get engagement, so people won't see it. So nice job, Yuki. Lots of places to go with this track. Some great thematic material. Yeah, I think that the one of the best things about this challenge is that you don't have to have things. It's not about whether or not you finish things. It's about coming up with ideas. And there are a lot of nice little ideas in this that you could not only turn into more things inside of this track, but there are nice little tiny ideas that you could use in other tracks in this same game, the same hypothetical game that we're scoring here, Yuki. So really nice job. I really enjoyed it. All right. Yeah, great. Well, that's good. That's a good way to put it. Great punctuation. Yeah, I think the articulations in that piece are really strong. All righty. So actually, you know what? I lied. There is one more Overworld theme. I'm a liar. I blame the internet and all of you again for writing too much good music. So thanks a lot. This last one is from Hakon Davidson, and it is his Overworld theme, Day 3. Let's give it a whirl. Nice. Really nice. I love the guitar. The guitar start to that. It was a guitar, right? Yeah. Yeah. I love the guitar. It's like just like I don't know, it's just like boom, and then the guitar and everything's moving and it just sounds so fun. And people were commenting on how they want to like drink ale in the tavern with each other with that piece of music. So nice job, Hakon. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. I'm always nervous about pronouncing people's names right. But here is Hakon's Overworld. Sounds like a good title of a book. Hakon's Overworld. There it is. Again, developing. Developing themes. Yes, totally. Lots of awesome things going on in that piece under the hood. Cool. So, go over, like, comments, again, share, retweet, all those things. Now, for real, that was our last day 3. I promise. Just double check. Yes, okay, I promise. Good. All right. Our next day, day 4, brings us into battle. Going in for which the prompt was the random encounter battle, all those painstaking battles you have to participate in order to grow stronger and get from A to B, and from B to C, and from C to D, all those different points on the map as a character, grow stronger and all those things. Battle music is hard to get super right, but when you get it, when you hit it, it's a great thing. So let's give this one a listen. This first one is from Christian Vaj. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Christian Vaj. And this is Random Battle Encounter. Here we go. Nice. Dig it. So cool. It's very hype. Like, one thing about like JRPG music is a lot of times the battle music is like super poppin'. It's super hyped up. It's not just like the danger piece of it, but it just like it's like up and up and up, and it keeps going. And it's got a really cool fusion of orchestral and like rock. And I think Christian did a great job combining those two things here and really kind of nailing the aesthetic of the JRPG battle. So let me link up Christian's battle theme. That was pretty, it was pretty great. It's what I call a perfect battle theme. Love the really winging guitar. This battle is worth some serious XP. Totes. I agree. Digging how driven this is. This feels like a boss theme. If I heard a normal enemy playing this, I'd be scared. Yes. Possibly. So there you go. You've scared Yuki. Thanks a lot, Christian. No, I'm just kidding. Tiny mouse appears. Battle on at the beginning. That's awesome. All right, cool. Let's move on along to the next battle theme. We only have 4 of these, so we won't spend all day on day 4, but let's move right along to the next one. This is from Timon, I believe I say it, Timon Matthews. Here is Timon's day 4. kidding. That was awesome. That's epic. I love that it was, in terms of like the beat and the percussion, was like very straightforward, but it was really, my children might be watching, so I can't say what I want to say, but it's really bad something. And it's got a really awesome guitar line. I really loved it. So Steven says, whoa, cinematic. I also love like I don't know what it was, but it almost sounded like a plane taking off this. I like my hand motions for that too. That kind of like led into the guitar melody. Percussion snaps into the tension, very Hans Zimmer. And I don't think Timon's here, but if you are, reveal yourself. Awesome. Yeah, so good. Nice guitar. The risers were so well placed. Yeah, totally. That's what I meant to say. All right, awesome. Let's move it along to D major music, which is, I believe, David major, if I'm remembering correctly. Here is David's. Let me just make sure it's David and I'm not misspeaking. And he's got a new album out, so please check it out. But here is D major music on Twitter. There's their battle. Here's his battle theme. Let's give it a listen here. I went for an upbeat synth and chiptune type vibe, which I always love. So let's give it a whirl. Pause. Beginning. So fun. Nice chill game. It still keeps up the fighting feeling. Yeah, it's definitely not like it's not like an exhausting battle theme, right? But it's definitely got enough pep to keep you going. Loved it. I think it was a really kind of cool, the bass. I really love the synth bass. I really love the synth bass, and I could definitely just sort of groove with that for a while with a longer, I'm thinking turn-based battle as well, when you need to have some room for thought in your head, but you also are going to be there for a while, so I think that would really fit nicely with something like that. Really nice. Yeah, the audio for that one cut a little bit in and out for me as well, but it was a super jazzy one. Facebook started stuttering. Yeah, hop over to Twitch. I think Twitch is the place to be. Yeah, David did a great job with that track. So I put him at the beginning, right after Timon's link, so you got both of those there. And let's move along to our last battle of the evening. Well, actually, our last random encounter battle, because the boss is still later. Here is Corey C., who I believe is still in the chat with us. Corey C., day 4. When I heard that, I was like, yes, within 2 seconds. I think it's also partly because of the expert use of, if I'm, correct me if I'm wrong, Corey, is that the Mega Man X sound fonts in there? Am I hearing that right in there? Is that Mega Man X? It's either Mega Man X or there's like always one other thing I always confuse, but it's an excellent choice of sounds. Exactly. Yes, I knew it. As soon as I heard that guitar at the beginning, I was hooked. So let's hear Corey's Day 4 Demons Ahead. Here we go. Too good. So good. Loved it. I mean, Mega Man X sound font aside, which for me, obviously a huge plus, always a huge plus. But just having, they're just super hype, and just a lot of fun. And I love the combination of that with like the brass sounding lead there. It's just a lot of fun. I was just grooving over here in my seat listening to it. Totally like classic 16 bits, like cranked up all the way, cartridge melting goodness. Headbanging in your chair, excellent headbanging. A couple of headbangers here for that one. Really great job on the track. So motivating. That's good. That's nice. Use the sound font for the guitar. I knew it. This needs to be in a Mega Man Battle Network game ASAP. They need to have more Mega Man games coming out ASAP is really the problem. Love it. So awesome. So we're going to leave day 4 and move along from the battle themes. Don't worry, I'm sure there'll be more fighting later during the boss day. But let's move along to day 5. Now, day 5 was all about the dungeon. The final dungeon, perhaps. But going into a dungeon, and there are so many different ways you could score a dungeon. They could be huge and cavernous. They could be immediately anxiety-inducing and just a constant state of anxiety and horror and all those fun emotions. Or they could still be adventurous sounding because you're like heroically embarking on that last step in the journey and nothing's going to stop you now. So there's all sorts of different ways you could do it. But here are a couple, just a couple of our favorite dungeon themes from this track, or from this challenge. Here we go. This first one is, actually, let me make sure, did I give the link for Corey's Demons? Yeah, I did. Good. Just wanted to make sure. All right, so this next one is from Arvid from the Facebook group in the Arvid's Lincoln over on SoundCloud. That's the handle. So let's give this a listen from Arvid. Nice. Ah, that is an intense dungeon. Um, love that. Lots of love for the guitar harmonics there, which is really great. I want this in a real game. Totally, I agree. Oh, I like this. I wanted to make something. This is the composer, Arvid. Link, in other words, or Lincoln over on SoundCloud. I wanted to make something with neon colors, like a mix of Chiptune, Destiny 2, and Tron. I think you did a pretty good job with that. Futuristic sliding puzzles. That sounds like that would be an intense puzzle sliding. It's like if you don't solve this puzzle, everyone dies. Like that is some high stakes puzzling. But yeah, really nice track. And Arvid's, I already dropped the link, just making sure. Yep, cool. Got to double check. Let's move on over to Instagram. I'll be honest in saying that Instagram was a tough one this challenge because of all the stuff going on in the United States election and a lot of misinformation being shared. That Instagram actually disabled my ability to search chronologically by hashtag. So what that meant was that even though I searched for 7 Days of VGM, it would bring up literally every track ever written for the challenge, including all the previous months. So unfortunately, it just was really hard to search. So I'd check it every now and then, and I'd see what would come up. But it was just a lot to go through. Hundreds and hundreds of tracks to try to find ones from this most recent challenge. And unfortunately, because these are newer tracks, they have less engagement on them, and so they get kind of buried by the algorithm. So there it is. That's kind of the tricky part. So let me go ahead and share this one, though. This is from nostalgic_music over on Instagram. This is their day 5. So let me bring it on my screen share here. Now, I'd like to point out that nostalgiac_music was incorrect in saying that was terrible music, terrible dungeon music, on their comment, on the description of the track. I really love that they made it in 20 minutes and didn't erase a single note. Once it was typed, it was in there. I thought it was really cool. I thought there's a lot of potential in there. I love the can't quite sing that low, but you get what I'm saying. I love the groove. I love the really subtle like in the background. I think it was great. I think there's just a lot in there that could really just blossom into a fully fledged track. I thought it had a really nice feel and vibe to it, and again, it's not about like having things finished in a day. For this challenge, it's about getting the ideas out of your head and getting used to the idea of showing up every day and generating new material. Oh yeah, Kira, a little bit of beatboxing in there. I got to do it. From my old acapella days in college, not to brag or anything about that. I don't know if that's a brag, but there it is. A little bit about me. So that is Nostalgiac Music, also known as 808-bit composer over on Instagram. And I linked it up, so I didn't forget that. That's fantastic. We're actually going to move along to day 6 now. Moving along to day 6. This is The Boss the boss battle music from, and this is actually from a. We have 2 Academy members in this day. First one is going to be from Catherine Capozzi, aka Axe Monkey, who last month totally just completely schooled us on electric guitar with her amazing playing. I think it was for the Fire Day on the Elements theme, if I recall correctly. So really excited to hear this. This was another one where like it was just super fun. As soon as like I hit the play button, I was like just dancing right into it, just like that. Didn't hurt my neck or anything. Let's do a share screen here and get that audio going, because otherwise I'm going to be dancing here by myself and it's just going to be awkward. Here we go. Here's Catherine Capozzi, aka Axe Monkey, over on SoundCloud. Woo! That was fun. That was fast. That was thumping. And I think that is the perfect adjective for that one. That was a thumping track. Yep, love the modulation. Totally. Absolutely. This is great. Super cool change. Super cool change that just happened there midway through. Yeah, that was awesome. Really fun boss battle music. And I like that it's not like a super heavy boss battle music. It's still fun, which some games are like that. You have a fun boss battle music, and it's not going to make you feel like it's the end of the world every single time. Very different, very awesome. So nice job, Catherine. Please go check out the links for Axe Monkey, aka Catherine Capozzi, who's joining us today. Where's your comment? Let me see if I can find you here. There you go. There it is. She's here with us tonight, folks. Shower her with your praises. All right. Moving along to another Academy member here. I was going to share his day 5 because actually this is a good time for me to talk about our member roundtables. So in the VGM Academy membership network, we have bi-weekly. We have two sessions a month where we call our member roundtables, and we bring tracks in for listening live on a Zoom call with just members, and we get feedback and give feedback, and it's a super constructive environment, but it's also like a, not a mean environment, but it's also like a people giving like their honest feedback in a constructive way, as well as lots of positive feedback. This is from one of our Academy members, Kirill, who's here on Twitch tonight. Hello, Kirill. I was going to originally share his day 5, which he brought to the roundtable, until I heard his day 6. And then that was one of those, again, tough moments. I had to choose, and I ended up going with his day 6. But please go check out his day 5 as well, because it was a really awesome, like, Middle Eastern sounding dungeon theme. And there was like sort of like two different, almost like two very unique sections. It almost was like two pieces that seamlessly went from one into the other, which I think would work really well. So please go check out his day 5 as well. But here is Kirill's day 6 for Final Boss. Here we go. at the end there, was that called if I recall correctly, a Picardy third, if I'm remembering my music theory there? The resolution to a major after all that minor rocking. That was a really strong track. And Kirill, you were saying you were hoping for your day 4. You had a really strong week, bro. So it's hard to pick. So sorry, but also not really super sorry. I thought that was a really rocking boss theme. There was so much in there material wise that was just really cool and would keep you interested throughout a longer engagement. So really nice. Awesome job. Cool. Let's I think we got one more here. So our last day 6. Got a little vocal flavor on this one before we come up to a close with our day 7. Here is Monster Music. I think that's how you say it. Kind of a Monsters Music, rather, on Facebook. But here is his day 6 boss battle. Here we go. Yep, that's a good boss theme. And I love that there's just so much material there. For really long boss themes, you need a lot of material. It reminded me also a lot of there's so many smaller ideas in there, and it moved from one to the other to the other to the other. It reminded me a lot of the kind of the story of how Nobuo Uematsu wrote One Winged Angel for Final Fantasy VII. He wrote it 4 bars at a time, and he just wrote a boatload of 4-bar ideas based on just some criteria, based on the key, obviously, and some idea of instrumentation, although he wrote it really on piano first. And then he took all those 4-bar ideas, and then he sat down with them and figured out how to stitch them together into a coherent piece. And this is kind of what that felt like to me. It felt like a lot of really coherent, smaller ideas seamlessly kind of blended together, which I really enjoyed. So thank you, Monsters. Thank you. All right. Nice job. All right, let's see. We're going to move along now to our day 7. let's see here. We have just 3 day 7s here. Let me pull them up. Okay. Second. All right, just make sure I've got these queued up here. All right, so these, we try very hard to pull different people, but sometimes there's a couple of things that I just want to include, and I can't like not put someone twice in here, and that kind of happened this time. Again, totally all your faults, not mine. And you're just gonna have to suffer some extra great music from a couple of people who are gonna get 2 plays out of this one. Again, if I didn't pick yours, it's nothing personal. It's not like you didn't do an awesome job. It's just, first of all, personal taste thing. Second of all, there's just so many tracks. 7 tracks times 500 people sign up for this challenge. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of tracks. It's a lot of music that gets created across all those different platforms. So, here is one from Vil Laxinen, hopefully, or Kuwabara Voltage over on Twitter. Let's give it a listen. This is their Day 7 celebration, which was also my birthday yesterday, Day 7. See what I did there? I kind of celebration with my birthday. I was going to do boss battle, but then I was like, hey, hooray for me. It's my birthday. So let's hear it. Day 7 from Vil or Ville. What a fun, that was to me more like a end of battle celebration, like the fanfare, but still a lot of fun, and I love the visualizer too. But really catchy melody, and I just really enjoyed that piece. It was super fun. Let me drop the link in the chat before I forget. Phil's fanfare, we'll call it. There we go. Excellent. And I'm just going to double check I didn't forget anyone's. Yeah, we got everyone's link. Cool. Awesome. 2 more for the night. 2 more to go. Here we go. Yeah, it was just like you just won Mario Kart. Totally. It is very Mario Karty in a way. Let's go ahead along to our second to last track for the evening. This one is from Jacques Poirot. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But I'll put it on the screen so you people who can pronounce French things much better than I can will be able to hopefully coach me in my ignorance. But here we go. This is their Day 7. Yay! And we have the composer here with us. Hooray! Um, Great piece. I love how many different moods it goes through. Um, it sounds like a hero celebrating and then heading home to their quiet life, but they'll always remember. Yeah, totally. This track takes you on a journey. And oh, how darling! It's a nice way to say it. Very nice ending music, a bit melancholy. Yeah, totally. I think that it's really it has a really nice change there, where it's like dun, 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 like it really like hooray, but then it's like you get a nice intimate moment in there as well for the characters and the player and all that kind of stuff. Really, really nice. All right, and that brings us to. So I put Jacques' link in the chat there. So go show your love over on Twitter. And last but not least, we have one more repeat offender. This one is from Hack On. Their day 7, his day 7 celebration. Couldn't go without playing this one. It's quite the build up. I'll leave it at that. It starts small and sweet, and it goes places. So this will be our last piece for the night. Before I play this last piece, though, folks, I wanted to mention a couple of things. One, thank you for being here. This is awesome to hang out with all 40 plus of you for an hour and a half and listen to some just beautiful music. And again, there's just so much. It's hundreds of tracks. It's hundreds and hundreds of tracks. And it's just really hard to pick. So if I didn't pick your track this time, just keep at it, and I'll hopefully pick it next time. But I mean, we listened to, I think, most of the music from the challenge. We listened to a lot of it across Facebook, across Twitter, across Instagram, especially this time around. Instagram was a little bit tougher for us, though. But I'd also like to give a shout out to my wife, who's lurking in the Twitch chat, Holly Wife. Thanks so much for all your help with debating me over which tracks should go into this stream, as well as helping me just compile everyone's links and names and all that kind of stuff. She does awesome work helping me out, supporting me with these challenges, so that I'm not flying by the seat of my pants here. So thank you so much. Let's give her a little emoji love in the chat over on Twitch if you're there. Congratulations, composer. You all rock. Thank you for sharing your music with us. Ain't she sweet? I think I'll keep her. Yep, that's who Holly Wife is. That's who it is. That's the wife. It's always it's a fun way to end the week, and it was a fun way to end the birthday as well, just kind of going through a bunch of really good music, even though we were both really tired. So thanks for her, and thanks for all of you for participating. I also want to just shout out to the members who are here. Thank you, VGM Academy members and everyone else in the community for joining us tonight. If you haven't ever tried out the membership network, please go ahead. The link's scrolling at the bottom. You can try it and join for an entire month for free and just binge on all the old content, including past roundtables, past expert Q&As with awesome industry experts, including people like Lena Rain, Russell Brower, Austin Wintory, Grant Kirkhope, just all sorts of people who have joined us and given their expertise freely. Gareth Coker, and just the list goes on and on and on. So please feel free to join us. The members here hopefully can attest that it's just a great community of really caring and constructive people who are serious and invested in their career. So if you are serious and invested as well, and you are looking for a really tight-knit community who also gets exclusive access to some of these sessions, please come along in, and I hope you decide to give it a try and join us. You can, again, do that with the link right here, vgmacademy.com/free. But for now, let's go ahead along to our final piece of music. And if you want to, oh, thanks, Kirill. Kirill's a member, so motivating. Glad to hear it. And if you want to join the challenge, if you're listening to this later and you haven't joined the challenge yet, you can go over to vgmacademy.com/7days. and register if you sign up with the form there. Right now, the timer's expired, but it'll restart soon. If you just sign up for the form there, it'll register you for the 7 Days of VGM Academy, 7 Days of VGM Challenge list. You only have to sign up once, so if you're already in, you're good. You'll get the emails for the next one. But if you would like to try it and you haven't ever, again, this is just all about like writing new ideas. So if you get in there and you write down like words, not words, but notes on a napkin, that counts. Like just getting the ideas out every day is what it's all about. So I hope you decide to join us. This community is amazing. I love you all. It's just so much fun to just have these community moments with you every month, because it's really hard to come together. So thanks again. And without further jabber from me, here is we'll talk, Justino. Here is the final piece of the night, Celebration, by Hakon Davidson. There's nothing that needs to be said about that. It speaks for itself. Beautiful piece. That's all we've got for tonight, folks. Thank you for joining me and joining each other. And the links to all of these tracks will go out later in an email, so make sure you're signed up for the VGM Academy newsletter. And thanks again. Join the Members Network if you haven't given it a try. We'd love to have you in there. And that's all we got. Have a lovely night, and we'll see you next time for next month. New theme. And members get to vote on the theme first. So see you then.